Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. So today is Saturday, so it's self-reflection Saturday, whatever day of the week, you can always do self-reflection. So thank you for tuning in. I ask you to, if you feel inspired or think or to want to share this channel with other people, feel free to do so. It's a message of positivity every day and how we can just go back home together, right? So this is the topic I have for today, is seeking. What is it we are seeking? We are all seeking something differently. And I'm just going to throw out some things that we may be seeking. We might be seeking answers. Maybe we've had this question for a long time, questions on our mind that we would love to have answered. So we are seeking for answers. We can seek for a better paying job. We can seek for more knowledge. We can seek for friendships. Maybe we're feeling lonely. We may be seeking for health ideas to help have better health. We can seek for ways to have a stronger relationship with God, or maybe not. Maybe that's not your journey. Or we can be seeking for just whatever it is. There's so many things that we can be seeking for, right? So what is it you're seeking for? You can share that in the comments below. Peace. Maybe you're just searching for peace because maybe you're seeking for, we live in such a fast-paced, stressful world. Maybe you're just like, I want to learn how to calm my nervous system down. I want to learn how to be more calm. And oh my gosh, you guys, it is possible. We have more control and power than we think over our lives. And so whatever it is for you, I wish you all the best. And I am going to talk about for an acronym, CCIA. This is a great formula to use when you're seeking something. CCIA, and I'm going to talk about each one of them, but it stands for constant or consistent, same thing, consistent, committed, imperfect actions. When we are consistent, oh my goodness, it's being consistent. It's every day, not missing a beat. Not you know what, I'm committed to, like, I'm just going to give a tiny simple example that we could all probably do because most all of us sleep in a bed, but consistently we can wake up and make our bed every day. Well, you think, well, that's not that big of a big deal, but it's like showing up for your bed. You're making your bed every day. That's huge. That, and then being able to do it every day, like, you know what, this is a must that I want before I leave the house or before I go on to my next little thing if you work from home. Like showing up and doing that consistently, there's something to it. And then maybe you already make your bed every day, but if you're not, you can add that. And so, you know what, starting today, I am going to make my bed every day. And then turn it to something else. What that does is train you for other things in your life. Maybe the next one is, you know what, I'm making my bed every day. I'm going to make sure I'm drinking enough water every day. I am going to consistently be consistent in that. And then you take your body weight, divide it in half, and okay, I'm going to drink that much water every day. And then it's being committed. It's being committed to you. It's showing up for yourself. I said committed, but consistent. I meant consistent. Staying consistent day in and day out and just adding a little drop each time, right? And it works so much. So being consistent every day, showing up. Committed is something that a lot of people don't have a commitment these days. And we can look at commitment in relationships to where a lot of people are like, they don't have their full self into it. It's like you enter these relationships and it's like, let's talk about dating and marriage. Maybe you're in a relationship or maybe you are married and you're not fully committed. And believe you me, the other partner knows if you're not fully committed. And it's like, if you're not committed, you can't show up 100%. So commitment is huge. We must show up for ourselves. And if we are in a marriage, we must show up for that other person. We must be committed. There are beautiful examples of commitment when you see and hear of people that have been married for 40 plus years, 50 plus years, 60. Those are the people you want to talk about commitment. Talk to them about commitment. It's beautiful and it's a thing, and it's very beautiful in relationships. My husband and I, we're going on our 30th year, 30 years of being married, and it takes commitment. One day I'll be able to say 50, 60, I hope. And so that's the plan, right? And so you just stay committed in whatever it is you are. So we're talking about what you're seeking. We're talking about you. Be committed to you. When you're committed to you, you're willing to invest. And when you invest in yourself, I hate to say it, but it's going to take money and it's going to take time. You can decide to invest in yourself and commit to spending money and time for yourself in your healing journey. You can do that now, or you can do it later, decades later, and I'm guaranteeing you, especially if you're younger than me or you're around my age, being committed and investing in yourself now will pay dividends later. It will completely pay off and be worth every bit that you've put into it. So the best way you can invest in yourself is to invest in yourself money wise. Like, okay, I'm not talking about, hey, let's go get nails done, or hey, let's go buy a truck for you guys, or whatever it is you're into. Oh, I'm gonna get a new gun, or I'm gonna do, or maybe the gals are like, you ladies are like, oh, I need to have my nails done, and I just gotta have this certain look, and I gotta do this and this, and we're worried about our outward appearance. We are focused on the wrong thing, because we can do all the things outwardly to make ourselves look cool or feel good, but that will never do it. You're always going to be drawing from an empty bucket if that's where you want the changes. Change truly takes from within. It has to come from within. And so when I say invest from within, you invest in going to the chiropractor, going to get a massage, going to see a foot zone practitioner. That's what I am. I'm a foot zone practitioner. That is an incredible self-help, just self-healing sessions. It's amazing. It's in the top 5 of my self-care. It's important for self-care, and it helps on a spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical level. So invest on things, put money into things that are going to help you spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically in an uplifting, building you up way, and you'll never regret money being spent in that direction. And time. It's going to take time. You've got to take time out for yourself, or eventually your body gives out and you have to take the time. Like, a heart attack, heaven forbid, could happen, and that definitely makes you slow down, or a hip replacement, a knee replacement, whatever it is, or major back problems. If we are not going to address issues now, we'll have to address it now. And maybe you're like, well, I just don't have the time. I work over full time, or I do this and I just don't have the time. Everybody has the time. We all have the same amount of time in a day. We can find the time to invest in ourselves. And when you do, it will pay huge dividends. It's worth the investment. So consistent and committed. That's what we do. The next one is imperfect. Imperfect. Oh my gosh. I dealt with such perfectionism for a long time. I had to have everything look just so. And I drove my family crazy. I drove my household crazy. And we all have perfectionism to a degree. And I'm not saying that's bad. We want things to look nice, or we want things to be done in a certain order or fashion. We all have perfectionism in one area of our lives or another. We were just designed that way. God gave us gifts to be really good at certain things and organized in certain areas of our lives. So it's actually a gift. So it's when we are actually making other people miserable around us, that's when it's a negative thing. So if you're driving people crazy, or if you are really throwing them under the bus because they're not meeting your expectations because you want it to look a certain way, then that's when it's a problem. There are no perfect people out there, right? And so allowing yourself to be imperfect, loving yourself in the mistakes, loving yourself in the ugliness of it. I'm really learning to quit swearing, and to some people it's just not that big of a deal, but the words matter that come out of our mouths. But on social media and within my own family, I've heard this saying. They'll show up and they're like, oh, sorry, we're a big crap show, but they use the S word instead, but we're just nothing but a crap show. And this is it just, everywhere we go, it's nothing but a crap show. And it doesn't have to be that way, especially when you're saying that's what it is, that's what you're going to get more of. But it's okay. Be okay with yourself not in a perfect, ideal situation. Let things go. When I learned to let things go, when I was like, you know what? here I am, I'm the mom, and I'm expecting my kids to want to keep things nice and organized and as clean as I want them to. But for heaven's sakes, they're under the age of 10 and I'm expecting them to do it like I do it. That's putting unrealistic expectations on other people. And then it's toxic and it creates dysfunction in the family, which I've raised a dysfunctional family and I'm still raising a dysfunctional family. It's okay. Owning it and then knowing how to move forward is the key. And so it's okay to be imperfect and knowing that when you're seeking and you're wanting a better life, that it's not going to look beautifully all the time. It's not going to be, but when you're showing up committed and consistent all the time, give it time and things can become perfected. Things can become perfected. So loving yourself in the journey is the most important. The last one is actions, taking actions. What are you going to do to move forward? And listening. I like to live a guided life. I am always seeking for help. I'm always seeking for God's help. And in fact, there have been some people that have said that you can have too much God and Christ in your life. Like you can be so over, like that's all you talk about. And I do talk about it. And I will never stop talking about God and Christ. If it offends people, then that's them. But I wouldn't be where I am today without them. If you were to tell my old self 15 years ago where I would be today in 2026, I would have never believed it. I would have never believed it. I was in that bad of a spot, and I just thought, that's where I am. That's my lot in life, and I'm stuck here, and this is what it is. Some people just have it good and better, and others don't. But that's very toxic thinking, and that's where I was. But my life is beautiful. Is it perfect? No. But it's beautiful. I've grown so much, and I'm growing every day, and I'm giving gratitude, and I'm learning how and it's God and Christ that keep us alive, that keep our heart beating and our brains working and everything going. Boy, I'm going to give glory to them every day. I praise them every time I wake up, and I'm grateful for the day. I am grateful for each day. So, if you don't, I encourage you to feel what that might look like by adding more of God and Christ in your life. Maybe you don't believe. That's okay. What I do in those situations, I'm like, you know what? Have you ever asked if there is a God? Have you ever asked, God, are you there? Do you exist? That's not a bad question. That's a great seeking question, seeking God out. Hey, do you even exist? Are you real? Everybody has to ask and find out for themselves. I grew up Christian my whole life, and there was one point in my life that I had to know, uh, is this real or is this just blowing smoke and mirrors and all this stuff, right? You won't know until you ask. And so be willing to have that be a seeking thing if you want. But I'm getting off topic, but action is important. Going with a God-led life or a higher self-led life. If you don't believe in God, imagine yourself like, okay, you're here today in 2026 in July, and you want to be that you have these dreams and aspirations for 2 to 5 years from now, and that's where you want to be. Connect with that higher self and ask that higher self, what is it going to take for me to do today, right now, to get to where I want to be? Have those conversations. Ask those questions, and it's truly God within that's going to guide you. But it's amazing. So I'm telling you, we are all on a beautiful journey, consistent, committed, imperfect actions, just allowing yourself those things while we're seeking, while we're doing the seeking. If you're living your life and you're like, I just want things to be better. How? But you wake up doing the same things. Nothing's going to change for you until you decide the definition of insanity is waking up doing the same thing day in and day out, expecting your day to turn out different. Try little tweaks in your day. Maybe it's your mindset. Do you find yourself complaining a lot? That's a drag. It sucks energy, not only for yourself, but people around you if you're around. So if you're complaining a lot, what can you do to change that? There's a lot. Are you not having the energy on top of it? There's a lot you can do to give yourself energy. So seeking these answers, seeking ways, we're all here to help each other get back home, and we're all here to just thrive. If you're not thriving with joy and love and feeling of gratitude and that you're happy to be here, then that's not okay. But there is a way to get there, and there is a possibility, and there is hope. And my message is a message of hope. So please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with other people. God bless you and yours in your healing journey. And may you keep up with the CCIA and just move forward. Move forward is growth. And God bless. Love you all. You are doing much better than you think you are. Bye-bye.